You know what's crazy? While everyone's out here dropping 50 grand on a crossover that'll lose half its value in 3 years, there are cars sitting on dealer lots right now that cost less than a used iPhone collection, and they're actually good. I'm talking reliable, fun to drive, and so underrated that insurance companies practically pay you to own them. Okay, that last part's a lie. But stick around because today I'm revealing 3 cheap cars that everyone walks past like they're invisible, but shouldn't. These are the automotive world's best-kept secrets, and by the end of this video, you'll either be rushing to buy one or kicking yourself for not knowing about them sooner. Let's dive in. All right, we've arrived at our final hidden gem. And if you've been paying attention, you might have seen this coming. The 2018 Hyundai Elantra. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Really? We just talked about Kia, and now you're hitting us with Hyundai? Well, buckle up, because there's a method to this madness. And by the end of this segment, you're going to understand why the Elantra might actually be the smartest pick of the entire list. Here's the deal. Hyundai and Kia are corporate siblings. Same parent company, shared technology, and a rivalry that pushes both brands to constantly one-up each other. It's like having 2 genius kids competing for your approval, except in this case, you're the one who wins. The 2018 Elantra came out swinging with a complete redesign that took everything Hyundai learned from years of playing catch-up and packaged it into one seriously impressive compact sedan. And the best part? Most people walked right past it on their way to overpay for a Corolla. Let's talk design first, because this is where the Elantra makes its boldest statement. Hyundai hired Luke Dunkerwoke, the man behind Lamborghini's design language, and told him to make their cars look expensive. The 2018 Elantra has this flowing, sculptural design that honestly looks concept car levels of cool. It's got character lines that actually mean something, proportions that make it look longer and lower than it is, and an aggressive front end that doesn't scream rental car. This thing photographs well, ages gracefully, and makes your neighbor's beige Camry look like a doorstop with wheels. Under that gorgeous sheet metal, you've got options, and this is important. The base Elantra comes with a 2.0-liter engine putting out 147 horsepower, same as the Forte we just covered. But here's where it gets interesting. If you spring for the Elantra Sport trim, you get a turbocharged 1.6-liter engine that pumps out 201 horsepower. That's right, over 200 horses in a compact sedan that cost used Camry money. Suddenly, your daily commute doesn't have to be soul-crushing. You've got enough power to merge confidently, pass slow pokes without praying, and actually enjoy the occasional back road. And before you ask, yes, it's still reliable. Hyundai's Turbo Tech has been proven across multiple models and hundreds of thousands of miles. The transmission situation is equally impressive. You can get a 6-speed manual if you're one of the dozen people left who appreciates 3 pedals, or opt for either a 6-speed automatic or a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission depending on the trim. That dual-clutch setup in the Sport model is genuinely quick, way sharper than you'd expect from a value brand. And it doesn't have the reliability gremlins that plagued earlier dual-clutch systems from other manufacturers. Hyundai did their homework here. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the warranty in the showroom. Just like its Kia cousin, the Elantra comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. But Hyundai goes even further, with a 5-year, 60,000-mile comprehensive warranty that covers basically everything except the air in your tires. This isn't marketing fluff. This is Hyundai putting their money where their mouth is and saying, we built this thing right, and we'll prove it. And you know what? They have. Modern Elantras routinely crack 200,000 miles with nothing more than regular maintenance. The horror stories from the early 2000s are ancient history. Step inside the 2018 Elantra, and you're greeted with an interior that punches way above its price point. The materials feel upscale, the build quality is tight with no annoying squeaks or rattles, and the ergonomics are spot on. The infotainment system is fast, intuitive, and doesn't require a computer science degree to operate. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard across most trims, which means your phone integrates seamlessly. The gauge cluster is crisp and readable, the steering wheel feels good in your hands, and everything just falls to hand naturally. It's the kind of interior design that makes you forget you're in an affordable car. Space is another area where the Elantra shines. The wheelbase is generous, which translates to legitimate rear leg room. Your passengers won't be texting you passive-aggressive complaints about their cramped knees. The trunk offers over 14 cubic feet of cargo space, which is more than adequate for airport runs, grocery hauls, or hiding your impulse buys from your significant other. And the ride quality strikes that sweet spot between comfortable and engaging. It soaks up bumps without feeling disconnected, and it corners with composure that makes you wonder why you'd spend more on something supposedly premium. Here's where the value equation becomes absolutely absurd. Clean 2018 Elantras are selling right now between $9,000 and $13,000 depending on mileage and trim. That's obscene. You're getting a 6-year-old car that looks modern, drives great, comes loaded with safety tech like automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert, all while sipping fuel at 32 mpgs combined. The Sport model, with its turbo engine, still manages nearly 30 mpgs, which is remarkable for the performance it delivers. Insurance companies treat Elantras like the responsible kid who never gets in trouble. Your premiums will be laughably low. Parts are cheap and widely available because Hyundai sold these things by the truckload. And depreciation, it already happened. You're buying at the bottom of the curve, which means your investment is protected. Drive it for 3 years and you'll likely sell it for close to what you paid. The 2018 Hyundai Elantra represents the culmination of decades of refinement, learning, and ambition from a company that refused to stay in the budget basement. It's proof that smart engineering, thoughtful design, and genuine value can coexist in one package. And it's evidence that some of the best cars on the market are the ones being completely overlooked by bad snobs and people who can't let go of outdated stereotypes. Moving right along to our second hidden treasure, and this one's gonna make some people angry. The 2018 Kia Forte. Yep, I said it. Kia. Now, before you click away thinking I've lost my mind, hear me out. Because what happened with Kia over the past decade is nothing short of automotive black magic. And the 2018 Forte is the perfect example of why bad snobbery is costing you serious money. Let's rewind for just a second. 20 years ago, if someone told you they bought a Kia, you'd probably offer them a sympathy card and some tissues. Kias were the punchline of car jokes. They were what you bought when the bank rejected your loan for anything else. But then something wild happened. Kia hired Peter Schreier, the guy who designed the Audi TT, and said, "Make us not embarrassing anymore." And boy, did he deliver. By 2018, Kia had completely transformed from the automotive equivalent of gas station sushi into a legitimate heavyweight contender that just happened to cost way less than the competition. The 2018 Forte is where all that development work really shows. This is the third generation of the Forte, which means Kia had already worked out all the kinks, all the weird quirks, and all the "oops, we forgot to engineer that properly" moments. What you get is a compact sedan that looks genuinely premium. I'm not exaggerating here. Park a 2018 Forte next to a Honda Civic from the same year, and I guarantee random people will think the Kia costs more. The design is clean, sophisticated, and doesn't look like it's trying too hard. It's got this understated elegance that ages way better than some of the overstyled competitors that look dated 5 minutes after leaving the showroom. Pop the hood, and you'll find Kia's 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine cranking out 147 horsepower. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's less than the Lancer we just talked about. But here's the secret sauce. This engine is paired with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission, and both are actually good. The automatic doesn't hunt for gears like it's playing hide and seek, and the manual has a surprisingly nice feel for a budget car. But the real star here is the fuel economy. We're talking 31 mpg combined, and that's conservative. Drive it like a normal human being, and you'll easily crack 35 on the highway. That's Honda Civic territory, except you're paying thousands less. And now we need to talk about the thing that makes the Forte an absolute no-brainer: Kia's warranty. This is where it gets spicy. While Honda and Toyota owners are bragging about their 5-year warranties, Kia walks in with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. 10 years! That's longer than most relationships last these days. That's longer than some smartphones receive updates. Kia is so confident in their engineering that they're basically saying, "We dare this car to break." And here's the thing, they rarely do. Modern Kias, especially from 2018 onwards, have reliability ratings that make Honda and Toyota engineers nervous. We're talking J.D. Power Awards, Consumer Reports praise, and real-world owners racking up 200,000 miles without major issues. The interior is where the Forte really punches above its weight class. Slide into the driver's seat, and you're greeted with materials that don't feel cheap. The plastics are soft touch where it matters, the seats are comfortable enough for road trips, and the tech is actually intuitive. You get a touchscreen that responds when you touch it, imagine that. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard in most trims, and the whole layout just makes sense. There's no hunting through 17 menus to change the temperature. It's simple, it works, and it doesn't make you want to throw the owner's manual out the window. Space-wise, the Forte is deceptively roomy. The back seat can actually fit adult humans without them needing to apologize to their knees. The trunk swallows groceries, gym bags, or your impulse purchases from that home improvement store you promised yourself you'd stop visiting. And the ride quality? It's compliant without being floaty, firm without beating you up. Kia clearly spent time tuning the suspension because this thing feels more expensive than it has any right to. Here's where the value proposition becomes absolutely ridiculous. A clean 2018 Forte with reasonable mileage is going for anywhere between $10,000 to $14,000 right now. That's crazy. You're getting a car that's only 6 years old, loaded with modern safety features like automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, and blind spot monitoring and higher trims, all wrapped up in a package that looks good, drives well, and comes with a warranty that'll outlast your motivation to go to the gym. The insurance companies love these things too, because they're not flashy, they're safe, and nobody's trying to drift them in parking lots. Your monthly premium will be lower than your streaming service subscriptions, and that's saying something, because we all know those have gotten out of hand. The 2018 Kia Forte represents everything smart car buying should be. It's proof that you don't need to spend luxury car money to get a luxury car experience. It's evidence that the old biases about certain brands are outdated and costing people real money. So if you're willing to look past the badge and focus on what actually matters, quality, reliability, features, and value, the Forte is sitting right there waiting to exceed your expectations. And honestly, in a world where everything seems overpriced, that's pretty refreshing. All right, first up on our list of automotive unicorns is a car that's been playing hide and seek with the general public for years, and honestly, it's winning. The Mitsubishi Lancer. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, wait, isn't that just the boring cousin of the legendary Evo? And look, I get it. When you hear Lancer, your brain immediately jumps to the rally-bred, turbocharged beast that dominated World Rally Championships. But here's the thing, the regular Lancer, the one your neighbor's kid drove to college and back without a single breakdown, is actually one of the most underrated bargains in the used car market right now. Let me paint you a picture. It's 2008, gas prices are through the roof, the economy is doing its best impression of a house of cards in a wind tunnel, and Mitsubishi releases this compact sedan that nobody asked for but everybody needed. The Lancer came in looking like it meant business, with sharp, aggressive styling that made it look way more expensive than it actually was. And here's the kicker. While everyone was busy drooling over Civics and Corollas, the Lancer was sitting there with comparable reliability, better looks, and a price tag that made accountants weep tears of joy. Now let's talk about what's under the hood, because this is where it gets interesting. The base model Lancer came with a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine pushing out around 152 horsepower. Is that going to win you any drag races? Absolutely not. Will it embarrass a Prius at a stoplight? Also no, but that's not the point. This engine is bulletproof.
I'm talking cockroach-level durability here. The 4B11 engine that Mitsubishi stuck in these things is so reliable that mechanics actually get disappointed when you bring one in because there's nothing to fix. Change the oil regularly, don't drive it like you're auditioning for Fast and Furious, and this thing will outlast your mortgage. And speaking of reliability, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, Mitsubishi as a brand has had its ups and downs. They're not exactly setting the sales charts on fire these days. But here's what most people don't realize. The Lancer shares a ton of engineering DNA with some seriously proven platforms. The transmission, whether you went with the 5-speed manual or the CVT, is robust. The suspension is dead simple, which means it's cheap to maintain and hard to break. Even the interior, which admittedly won't win any luxury awards, is built like a tank. Plastic, sure, lots of it, but it's the kind of plastic that'll survive a nuclear winter. Here's where the Lancer really shines though, practicality. This isn't some impractical sports car that you can only drive on weekends. It's a legitimate daily driver that doesn't complain. Need to haul your friend's entire apartment across town? The trunk is surprisingly spacious. Got caught in a snowstorm? The available all-wheel drive system in certain trims is the same tech that helped the Evo dominate rally stages. That's right, you can get Evo-inspired all-wheel drive in a car that costs less than a decent vacation. The fuel economy hovers around 25 to 30 miles per gallon combined, which in today's world of $5 a gallon gas is basically printing money. And let's talk about the driving experience for a second, because this is where the Lancer surprises people. It's not exciting, let's be honest. You're not going to carve canyons or feel like a race car driver, but it's competent. The steering is direct, the handling is predictable, and it actually feels planted on the highway. It's the automotive equivalent of a reliable friend who shows up on time, doesn't complain, and gets the job done without drama. And honestly, isn't that what most people actually need? Now, here's the best part, and why this is truly a hidden gem. You can find clean, low-mileage Lancers right now for anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. That's less than most people spend on a wedding, and this thing will last you way longer than some marriages. I'm not saying your marriage won't last, I'm just saying the Lancer's odds are pretty good. Insurance is dirt cheap because nobody's trying to street race these things. Parts are affordable and widely available because Mitsubishi sold enough of them globally. And depreciation? It's already happened. These cars have hit rock bottom in value, which means you're buying at the absolute floor. The Mitsubishi Lancer is proof that sometimes the best cars aren't the ones everyone's talking about. They're the quiet achievers, the ones that do their job year after year without fanfare or fuss. So, if you're in the market for a reliable, practical, good-looking sedan that won't drain your bank account or leave you stranded, the Lancer deserves a serious look. Trust me, your wallet will thank you, and you might just discover that boring can be beautiful.
So there you have it. 3 incredible cars that everyone ignores, and honestly, that's their loss and your gain. The Mitsubishi Lancer with its bulletproof reliability, the Kia Forte with its unbeatable warranty and premium feel, and the Hyundai Elantra with its stunning design and genuine performance chops. Any one of these will save you thousands compared to the safe choices everyone defaults to, and they'll do it without sacrificing quality, features, or peace of mind. If this video opened your eyes to some hidden gems you didn't know existed, do me a favor and smash that like button. It genuinely helps get these videos in front of more people who need to hear this stuff. Subscribe if you want more honest car advice that isn't afraid to challenge the conventional wisdom. And drop a comment below telling me which of these 3 you'd pick. Or better yet, tell me about your own hidden gem car that nobody appreciates. I read every comment, and your experiences help other people make smarter decisions. Remember, the best car isn't always the one everyone's talking about. Sometimes it's the quiet achiever sitting in the corner, waiting for someone smart enough to notice. Now get out there and find your hidden gem. I'll see you in the next one.